Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Wraith here, back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the best Fortnite creative maps that are going to help you improve your skills, whether it's aiming, building, editing, or even piece control. This video is going to help all of it. So if you're looking forward to this video, make sure you slap the like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into the video. So the first map I'm going to be showing you guys is the Raider 464 map. Code will be at the bottom of the screen as well as in the description. But for this, basically you can choose any kind of gun you want. In my opinion, I just like the pump just for the nostalgic feel, and it feels the best in my opinion. And for this, it's basically you're just going to run through the course practicing your piece control on these bots. Now, in my opinion, piece control is one of the worst parts about my game besides free building. So I definitely need to kind of pick it up. Like, it's definitely average, but it's definitely nothing crazy. But basically what you do is you just follow the course, and you can kind of just watch his video or my video, but in my opinion I just kind of like doing what feels natural and trying new things. That way I kind of get a feel for everything. Like sometimes, for example, for this drill I'll throw the Mongo classic in with the wall or with the ramp. Sometimes I'll throw a cone in, sometimes I'll just make an edit. Just doing different things kind of allow you to get a good solid base for everything. This one's a little bit more difficult, but again, it's just the same thing. You just want to try things, like do different things. Sometimes throw a cone in, sometimes throw a ramp in, sometimes throw a floor in, sometimes like go like this and kind of go through the back. Like basically try different things, and when you're trying different things, you're not going to just be working on the same thing. Now obviously you want to get down like the basics of being able to cone or do whatever, right? But the next thing is you really want to make sure that you're actually working on different things, because that way you're working and improving on your entire editing. And as you can see, I'm not the greatest at this part. It does take a little bit more effort, and it's really like a difficult thing to do, and the more you do, the better you're going to get. I'm going to start doing this a lot more, just because I literally just from doing this map I realized my piece control isn't where it needs to be. Like it's very average, but definitely a good map to improve your overall piece control, whether it's cones, whether it's walls, whether it's whatever. And in my opinion, you should do this like once or twice every single day. It only probably takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes to do the entire thing. So even if you only want to do a little bit of each part, in my opinion, that's better than nothing. But yeah, first map is the Raider 464. So this next map is made by Woozy. I don't know exactly how to pronounce the name, but again, the code will be at the bottom. And this is just basically an aiming map, and there's a ton of different aiming courses you can do for depending on what you want to work on. I'll show you some of the ones that I do. So what I normally start off with is the Reaction FS, which is just really good for working your shotgun aim and shotgun flicks, in my opinion. Really good to get warmed up, really good to kind of just start working on your shotgun. This is definitely by far my favorite one for the shotgun. You don't have to do any of the courses that I do, but these are just some of the ones that I really enjoy. The next is Horizontal, which is basically just a tracking drill. This one is kind of checked and made by Mongo. Like, so many people know it just because Mongo uploaded clips of him doing this and absolutely smashing it. In my opinion, either do the short, medium, or long. I did the short here, but it's a little bit harder, and I think medium or long definitely works in your tracking a little bit more. But you can obviously do any of the one depending on what you need to work on for your aim. If you do really suck and not the greatest at the short aim tracking, then do short. But if you feel like you want to work on your long range, then do medium or long. The next would be, again, same thing, short, medium, or long of the Tile Frenzy. This one I really enjoy. It really like Kovacs. Really gives you a good feel of your mouse. You can do all different ones here, short, medium, long. Doesn't really matter. As long as you're doing it, in my opinion, it's still really good. And for any of these courses, you can literally just do it once or twice. If you really want to start improving, you don't have Kovacs or something like that, maybe do it a couple more times. But in my opinion, you literally just do this once or twice every single day, and trust me, you'll see some decent kind of improvement. The next one, this one's really weird because sometimes the zombies like glitch out, but doing the bounce one's a really good one. You don't have to do, but in my opinion, it's just solid overall. Then the last map I kind of like on this creative island is just the peeking. And basically all you have to do is just go over and kill the bots while doing specific right hand peeks or left hand peeks, or throwing in a ramp and doing a nice peek, or whatever the case is. This one isn't like crazy. It's nothing super complex, so literally anyone can do it, but it's really good in my opinion just to really work on your angles, really make sure you're getting the best timing, because there's a huge difference of you getting a 130 damage shot and then getting out of the way before they can hit you, instead of you doing 130 damage to their head, but then them hitting you for 150 damage, right? So making sure you really have good angles, you're really working on different peaks, etc., is a really good thing in my opinion. So moving on to the editing course, this is the one I've been doing recently, and it's from YtBlume, and personally I really like it just because it kind of covers all different forms of editing. It covers your easy, most basic ones as well as a little bit more advanced ones. Some people could argue that you're not getting the best training just because editing courses don't really work, but in my opinion, editing courses are just a really good way to warm up and a really good way to just kind of make sure all your edits are feeling smooth and crisp. If I was to say the best way to improve your editing would actually be playing games like box fighting, 1v1 build fights, things like that. That way you're actually using different editing in game. But don't get me wrong, in my opinion, I really do think that editing courses do help if you go through them a lot, just due to the fact that basically the more you do specific edits, the better you're gonna feel. You might not always have them in game, you might not always get these specific edits in game, but in my opinion, just being able to do that is really good for your overall skill and overall kind of ability of editing. So yeah, even if you agree that like editing courses don't do the best for you, in my opinion, it's still doing better than nothing. So like basically what I would do for editing courses is I would hit it right at when I got on, literally just one course that I really liked, just basically warming up. Like I wouldn't really use it to improve. I'd really just work on my piece control, free editing, free building, which I'll explain in my next tip. But yeah, in my opinion, literally just doing one or two free editing courses a day is really good for just making sure your edits are smooth, warmed up, feeling good. Because if you don't do it, obviously you're not going to miss out too much, but in my opinion, it's just a little bit more that your opponents might not be doing. And obviously you need to outwork your opponents, because that's the way you get better, is by doing more than they are. So in my opinion, literally just doing one or two of these every single day is definitely worth it. Now the next map is a kind of 1v1 or free build kind of arena or map, I guess you could call it. And in my opinion, I am not even that solid at free building. Just giving you guys a warning, I'm so average at it. I just don't really have the time to free build that much. But in my opinion, the next best thing after those three maps that I mentioned is literally just playing box fights, 1v1ing, and free building and free editing. And like I said, I'd talk about it later. Free editing is one of the best ways to improve editing, in my opinion. You literally just get a kind of different feel. You just edit free, like you just do whatever you want. It's basically the same thing as free building. It's just you're focusing a little bit more on editing than free building. In my opinion, it's just a little bit better overall for your editing. So literally doing this every single day is really important to help overall improve not only, like I said, your edits, but as well as your free building. Even if you're not like the best in the world, literally just doing it, doing different things, trying different things, literally looking up on YouTube high ground retakes or cool creative builds to do, and just practicing them. Try them. Why not? You're probably not going to use it in game, yeah, but it's still better for, like I said, just being able to do it is just really important for your mechanics. Not only that, just for free building and free editing, but in my opinion, doing 1v1s or box fights, like literally just with your friends or people through Discord, another really good thing to kind of improve. So this map isn't just for free builds and just for editing. It's actually designed more for 1v1s. I just like the look of it. You can change it from the dark kind of color to sand kind of color, which is super cool. But yeah, in my opinion, literally doing this for like 30 minutes every single day will literally help your editing and building so much. You have no idea. Literally just give it a try and you'll be able to tell how much it actually really does help, which is pretty impressive. Now the last creative map that in my opinion is really good for improving is basically any of the kind of significant creative maps that's happening in that kind of hub. So basically, if you guys don't know, every single different hub, there's different creative maps. Sometimes there's clicks box fights, sometimes there's zone wars, some of them suck, some of them are good. There's free-for-alls, there's realistics, there's tons of different maps that you can play to kind of help improve. And in my opinion, doing them is actually a really good way to improve and get better. Some of the time the competition might not be the best, like people in zone wars, etc., clicks box fights sometimes aren't the best, but in my opinion it's just really fun to play. Sometimes you get that kind of feel of pub stomping and just absolutely destroying people, and sometimes, hey, they're really good players, which is really good because then basically you improve overall by playing with better players. But in my opinion, there's a ton of different good ones you can play. Like for example, the zone wars one isn't the best thing in the world, but in my opinion it's pretty good. It has a new shotgun, it has decent loot, like why not play, right? And when you're looking for these, just really work on different things, like really work on fighting, you're rotating, building, editing, all that kind of stuff. In my opinion, I like to play a really aggressive. You don't have to play as aggressive as me. It's just a zone wars. It's just for fun. But whatever you kind of find fun, in my opinion, is what I would do. But yeah, basically just look in the hub every single time there's a new hub and kind of figure out what's a good map. Play the different ones. My favorite that I kind of do is, like I said, clicks, box fights, and then the zone wars. Those are kind of the ones that I like spending the most time with. But yeah, that's basically it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you slap a like button on it. Comment what you want to see for future videos. I'm always looking at and reading your guys' comments, as I'm sure you guys know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, use creator code WraithFN in the item shop, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Peace.